slide it out, this is what you'll find on your Ring Video. Like we've got these three different face plates. We've got the Ring Video itself. And then in here we've got the mounting brackets. In here we will have the installation tools. You've got the Ring Video screwdriver, and you can see you can use both ends. You can use this torque screwdriver, or you've got a Phillips. You'll connect these wires to your doorbell wires. This is what you use also. Here you have the mounting screws along with some anchors. You can see those anchors are pretty deep. You've then got a drill bit and then some more anchors and mounting screws. These are the ones for concrete. These anchors are for mount the angle bracket, and then there are two angle brackets. So that's what you will find inside the box. This will be the instructions. And here we have, this is what you're going to use. It has a, when you're mounting your brackets so that you get it level, got a little level on the inside. Inside the box, you're also going to find a Ring Pro Power Kit. This will be hooked up to your transformer. Now, one thing you've always got to do is you've got to make sure that your doorbell has a transformer. It may just be battery operated, so you want to determine that first. Before you install your Ring Video Doorbell Pro, you need to make sure that your doorbell is hardwired. It may appear to be hardwired, but it could possibly be battery operated. If it's battery operated, you won't have anything to hardwire it to. There is a kit you can get that will have a plug if you have an outlet nearby that you can use. Otherwise, you'll want to get the Ring Video Doorbell 2 that has a rechargeable battery.
We're just going to make sure the breaker's off. So we've got our labeled here as kitchen and lights. So we went ahead and tested that. So that'll turn the power off to the doorbell. Very old doorbell. We just had it secured by the wires because we hadn't been using it for quite a while since we got our last Ring. So they were just secured there by that screw. It's very old, so you just need to unscrew that. And there we've got our two wires. Alright, so we just turned off the breaker. As with electricity, you always want to be careful. Make sure you're doing things right. Got our Ring hardwired transformer kit. This will give us the voltage that we need, and we need to go from 10 to 16, so will give us that. So the Ring Video Doorbell Pro just comes with this right here. So here's the new transformer. See there, load 16 volts. Got the new wires here. Got the wire nuts and the screws and wall anchors. Looks like we've got the instruction manual. So here we've got our old transformer. Ours is just hanging in there, so we're not actually going to mount ours. As you can see what he's doing here, we've got the ground wire. We're securing that with the wing nut that was provided. And you see here he's removing the old transformer's wing nuts. And then he'll secure those. We'll probably want to use the new one there. Always good to just use the new ones. Just securing that by hand. Make sure you got a connection. We're just loosening the screws here on the new transformer so we can secure the wires. We've got the old transformer. Loosen that. Just Just as a reminder, make sure you're powered. You flipped your breaker so that you don't have power here. So then we're just doing it one by one, so it's easy to keep track of what goes where. And always consult your electrician if you have more detailed questions. So we'll wrap that around there, make sure you got a secure connection, and then I'll go ahead and tighten it up so it doesn't come loose. I'll go ahead and loosen the other one. Alright, there we go. Got the new one secured. So at this point, before you get everything back screwed in, this would be a good point to test, make sure everything's connected. So we'll go flip our breaker back on, test our doorbell, make sure we've got everything right. Alright, so we just got our multimeter back, testing the doorbell again. This is good news, we're about up to 17 volts, so the transformer's working. We just tested it, we got everything's good. So we're going to put everything back in. As we mentioned before, we're not mounting ours because it wasn't mounted when we pulled it out. So we're just going to put everything back in the box. And then we'll remount our chime. Just want to be careful here that nothing comes disconnected. But if you did your job tightening it before, you should be all good. So we got our transformer in there. We're just going to resecure our faceplate here. Oh, there's our old ring going off. We've still got our ring original setup. The reason why we're getting the new one, we have to change our battery every few days. So. Once again, you're dealing with something with the transformer, so you want to make sure you turn your power off. Same breaker you were using before. Once again, we're going to just install the Pro Power Kit. This is just to make sure if you ever lose power, your Ring doorbell will stay functioning. You got two wires here. One's going to the front, one's going to the transformer. Should be labeled there. Should just loosen those up a little bit. Make sure you've got a good connection there. Go ahead and tighten that on. And then just got a little sticker here on the back, so go ahead and peel that off. And then you'll be able to stick it right here to the side of your panel. That way it won't ever show. Make sure you got those tightened. You want to turn the power back on, and you can flip that back on, and it should be all set. And there we go. We've got our doorbell wiring here in the front. We're going to drill our holes here. A couple things you want to make sure you're looking at. Ring recommends that you have about 48 inches off the ground. You're pretty set wherever your wires are, so hopefully it's pretty close. You're going to want to make sure it's level, and then also you want to make sure you've got similar distance between the bricks, so it looks centered there as well. Let's go ahead and mark that, and then we'll drill the holes. We're just getting ready to drill the holes. This is the drill bit that came with the Ring. 1564 is what they have. We're going to try it with this. It says it can do it, so we'll go ahead and try and see what happens. One trick you have when drilling into anything when using anchors, a good trick we like to use is to get the anchor measured up against your bit and then put a little bit of tape there, and then you know exactly how deep you need to go. For the Ring, you don't need to use the anchors if you're drilling into wood. This is just if you're going into something hard, concrete, stucco, or brick. So we've got the anchors as well as the screws here, and then some security screws as well. Now, if you have access to a hammer drill, it's obviously going to make that this easier. We got the top one finished up. We'll go ahead and start drilling the bottom. Alright, so we're going to put in the anchors here. It's useful to use a hammer just to make sure you can get them all the way back in there. Alright, so once you're ready to install the ring, you just have to remove the cover. The easiest way to do it is just to push here on the darker part, and just want to make sure you loosen that there. That'll come off, and that makes it so you can access the screws to install it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and connect the wires here first. So we loosen the screws here on the back of the ring. So go ahead and wrap those around. Just want to make sure that the wire is wrapped around the same way you're going to be tightening the screw. So when you tighten it, it actually will stay on there. And just want to hand tighten that. It's easier if you just make kind of a loop there. Make sure you got a good connection. Pull it tight, that way it doesn't come loose. Alright. You can see we got power. The ring's loading up there. Just want to line up the screws here into your anchors. I want to make sure you just tighten loosely first, and then you'll tighten both. That way you make sure you're even there on the bottom. Like I said, you just want to hand tighten. Do a little at a time, that way you're staying even. Alright, looks like we're secure there. And then a couple things you want to do. Obviously it gives you a warning there, but you want to remove the film, the top and the bottom, and then off the bell itself. We've got the cover here. And there you are. Final part of the installation here, you just got to make sure you have the ring screwdriver. Comes with it. You'll have a little security screw as well. And that just goes on the bottom of the faceplate to secure your faceplate. That'll keep the faceplate from removing as we punched it out earlier. That'll keep that from happening. And then just to finish installation, as you'll follow the instructions in the manual, which is found on the Ring app as well. You'll continue your installation.